Good morning, my name is Dear Prasad. Today I am going to configure the DNS server and HTTP server using the Cisco packet tracer. First of all, opening the Cisco packet tracer. To configure the DNS server and HTTP server, we need a router, two switch, two server, and some PCs. Now taking the router, two switch, two server, and four PC. Now connect the router to the switches. And now connect the switch to the server. Also connect the switch to the PCs. In our assignment, there are three departments on which I am taking two department: operation teams and research and development teams. Here the left side is operation teams, and the right side is research and development team. Now highlight this both. Now I'm going to enable the router. Click on the router. Here on the left side it's gig 0/0/0, and on the right side it's gig 0/0/1. So click on the config, go to the gigabyte ethernet 0/0/1, put the IP address here as 192.168.2.1. click on the subnet mask and on this router. Again click on the right side, which is gig 0/0/1. write the IP address as 192.168.3.1. click on the subnet mask on this router. Now close this. We write the server left as DNS server, and right side server as HTTP server. Now click on the DNS server, click on the desktop, go to the IP configuration, and write the IP address as 192.168.2.2. click on the subnet mask. Default gateway is 192.168.2.1, which is the IP address of geeks 0/0/1, and write the DNS server, which is the IP address of DNS server. Now copy this. Now close this. Now put the IP address of HTTP server. Click on HTTP server. Go to the desktop. Go to IP configuration and write the IP address as 192.168.3.2. Click on the subnet mask. Here the default gateway is 192.168.3.1, which is the default gateway, which is the IP address of geeks 0/0/1. Now click on the add the DNS IP address, which is 192.168.2.2. Now close this. Now click on the DNS server. Go to the services. Here we add the IP address of PC0, PC1, PC2 and PC3 by using DHCP method. So click on the DHCP. Here the server pool is for the operation team and the default gateway is 192.168.2.1 and the DNS server is 192.168.2.2 and start the IP address. Here we write 10 and click on the save button. Again for the research and development team, we write the network 2. Here the default gateway is 3.1 and DNS server is same and start IP address is change the 2 as 3 and click on the add. Now on this, close this. Now go to the PC0, go to the desktop, go to IP configuration. Now I'm going to use the DHCP method, in which it gives the IP address to the devices automatically. Now click on the DHCP. It gives the IP address as 192.168.2.10. Close this. Go to PC number 1. Go to desktop. Go to IP configuration. Click on the DHCP. Here it gives the 2.11. Now close this. Now go to the PC number 2. Go to desktop. Go to IP configuration. Again use the DHCP method. Here the DHCP is failed. This is because we use the router as a relay agent. Relay agent forward the request of one network into another network, and you can configure this as click on the router, go to the CLI command line interface and write the command as here you have net 0/0/1 click enter. Now IP helper address and IP address of DNS server. Click enter. Now exit. Now close this. Go to the PC number 2. Click on the IP configuration. Click on statics and then DHCP. Here the IP address is 192.168.3.10. Close this. Go to the PC number 3. Go to desktop. Go to IP configuration. Click on the DHCP method. Here is 192.168.3.11. Now close this. Now click on the HTTP server. Go to the services. Click on the HTTP. Click on the index. Here I am going to edit the hyperlink, which is welcome to Cisco packet tracer. Here I changed welcome to ismt college. Now close this. Now save and close this. Click on the yes button. Now close this. Now click on the PC 0. Click on the web browser. Now click the IP address of HTTP server, which is 192.168.3.2. Here welcome to ismt college. It means HTTP server is working properly. Now also check by the research and development team by PC 3. Go to the web browser. Now write the IP address of DNS server 192.1 HTTP server 168.3.2. It shows the welcome to ismt college. It means HTTP server is working correctly. Now close this. HTTP is used to host the web page. And now to check the DNS server, click on the DNS server. Go to the services. Click on the DNS. Here we write the host name, domain name as ismt.com, address, IP address of HTTP server, and now add this. Click on the on button. Yes, the DNS server is used to find the correct IP address by using the domain name. If we write domain name, then it gives the correct IP address and shows the web page. Now to test this, click on the PC1 or PC0, anyone. Now I'm going to take PC1. Click on the web browser. Write the domain name, which is ismt.com. Click enter. It shows the welcome to ismt college. DNS server is also working correctly. Now use the research and development team using the PC number 2 or 3, anyone. I'm going to take PC2. Click on the web browser. Here I am writing ismt.com, which is a domain name, and it hosts the web page of Cisco packet tracer. You can also use the command prompt to see the pinging method. Now I write ping IP address of HTTP server, click enter. Here the reply comes. Again we use the domain name, which is ismt.com, and here also the reply comes. It means both the DNS and HTTP server are working perfectly. We are also using from the research and development team as PC number 3 using command prompt. Ping IP address of HTTP server, click enter. Here the reply comes from ping command. Now use the ping command of domain name, which is ismt.com, click enter. Here also the reply comes. Both the teams have perfectly used up DNS and HTTP server, which are working correctly. In this way, the HTTP and DNS server are set up in Cisco Packet Tracer. Thank you.